Alright, now that we got the volume fixed, now we can get the rest of the screws back in it. We can get the transmit and receive aligned with each other so they match by adjusting the voltage back there. I don't remember which one it is, either that one or that one. It's been a while. It seems like it's a problem with all of them though. So, I mean, you could just use the clarifier if you want, but I'm not doing that if I don't have to. I don't know what else might be wrong with it at this point, but now at least I can check all the bands. We used it on 80, used it on 40, and that's it so far. And it seems like it worked as good as my ICOM did on receive on both bands. So it's super noisy right now during the day, but it did make a local contact on it, like over 100 miles away on both bands. So we know that it works. There might be a microphone issue. So I had a few times where it wouldn't key up, or it might be the relay. And I think there could be some other problems, but all in all, it seems like it works pretty good. Now, the issue is that they were selling this on the club table. My friend bought the radio. There was a bunch of spare boards and parts next to the radio, I guess, and he didn't mention that to me, but he's also the one that figured out what was wrong with it, because he's had a lot of these and he's seen the problem before. So this is a slightly later 1976 from my other radio that is also in 1976. It is followed by the letter M, and the other one's followed by the letter J. So J, K, L, M, H, I, J, K, L, M, whatever, So what we think happened is the original owner had the radio, the audio chip went out. He got another board out of a newer radio, or an older radio, probably an older radio, that already had the jumper in the bottom of the radio for the audio board. So I think the older radios, the jumper is in the radio. The newer radios, the jumper is actually on the board. But if you have no jumper, then you get the blaring volume. So I don't know exactly what the reason is, but anyway. So my friend figured that out, and I installed the jumper on the board and the radio, so just in case, for a future problem, anybody gets a hold of the radio, they put a different board in it, they're still going to have the jumper on the bottom. If somebody takes the board and puts it in another radio that doesn't have the jumper, then they already have the jumper. But without the jumper, the volume is full blast on 0. So that's taken care of, but we think that probably the guy had an audio chip failure and sourced another board and put it in there, it didn't work right, and put the radio in the closet. So as far as I know, it's a silent key radio that the Amateur Radio Club was selling and handling the estate on. So I might be wrong. Maybe it was just donated to the club too. It could be either way. I wasn't there. I didn't buy it from them. My friend bought it, and he didn't even want the radio. He just saw it, and it was $50, and he said, "Man, that is really clean." And he bought it, and then asked me if I wanted to buy it. So I said sure. I didn't really want it, but it is pretty clean. So I'm going to go through it and just kind of see if it has any problems or anything. I've got another radio that I paid way more money for. That's also the E, but it's missing crystals and things like that. And it doesn't work right on 10 meters. It has different power outputs on different bands and stuff like that, so it needs work. So I'm going to go through this one and then see just which one is the best. And I don't know if I'll take parts out of one or the other, but I have this one, the other E, a B, and an early 101. I really like the early 101. It's really good. Works great. I think somebody had sent it out to somebody that does nothing but these radios, because it actually came with like the newer 3-prong cord that somebody purchased. That guy that sells them on eBay. So anyway, we're gonna go through this and check it out and see, figure out what's all been done to it, and figure out if it works on all the bands, and see if the power output's normal. I'll keep you guys posted. But so far, it looks good.